So I don't know if you can find me, then I'll know how. Uh, just in case anybody joins, my host was having issues going live, so I had to just go live, and then I'm gonna have to invite her. So I'm hoping I've sent the invite now. Okay. Okay. Buddies has joined. Anna, to tell you the truth, it's the first time I'm going on Instagram live. I've done other lives, or I've been hosted, but I didn't know it was going to work. So good one that it worked for
Yes.
us. But I
I,
don't
I
know. I don't know why I feel like I'm seeing you upside down. I don't know if
okay. Let me
every other
see.
person is going to be seeing you the same way.
Sorry. Okay. I think I'll adjust my phone. Oh, okay.
Yes,
I know why.
yes, because I was literally seeing you upside down. Fine
Okay.
girl. Is this you? Thank you for inviting me. I'm the one that brought you in, but you invited me, so
I
thank you for
invited
that.
you, but for some reason I couldn't join live. I really don't
I
know what
get
happened.
it.
Yeah.
I get it. It happens.
Yes.
It
So I'll
happens.
just play some music while we wait for them to join.
Okay.
Get the feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on.
Babe, I don't know this song. You told me you're going to play a song
You
that will
want
move
something
so
else?
that I
Okay.
can vibe. You don't want me to vibe with you.
Let me play something that you probably know. Some of these Nigerian songs. I think it's this one. If you like this one, I don't know.
Now you're speaking in a language I understand. Okay. Honestly, I don't know the lyrics of this song. And that's the same thing that happens to me with lots of Nigerian songs. I don't know the lyrics, but the
Yes.
sound always, just gets me nodding
In the
or
mood.
shaking
Yeah, it's
my
more like
head.
the
It
rhythm.
just gets you in the mood.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, it's the rhythm, not about the lyrics.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have two people on the call. I don't know if I can see.
Yes, yes, you're correct.
So let's just give the more people some time to join in so that we have more audience.
Hi, Kaka. Thank you for
I can
joining.
say hi in the comment section if you can hear us.
Where's the music now? I'm
Okay.
enjoying the music. Oh, what's happening? And I stop cutting my vibes.
Ah,
I'm here to vibe.
is that what?
I say stop pausing my vibes. I want to be vibing.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Kaka said we look good.
Thank you, Kaka. Thank you.
So what I need to be sure that um on the just give me a minute. The people on my business page, I think they should be able to see that I'm live. I don't know. Would they see that I'm live on my end? That's what I'm even trying to verify.
Yes, yes. I think they should see that. Otherwise, is there anybody you want me to send a link to?
Because
Because
because if we're supposed to host,
Hmm.
I don't know if people let me just confirm that.
Uh,
Okay, so I don't think it's showing that I'm live because I just confirmed that on my own end. It's not showing that I'm live on my end. So I would need to um hmm. Um welcome Chisom and Adayons. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Chisom. Um what I'm trying to confirm, hang on, just a minute. I want to be sure that on my page people can see that I'm live. That's what I'm not sure of.
okay, but I think if there's anyone you want me to invite from my end, I think I should be able to do that from here. So okay, okay. No, no, no. I don't think I should do that because I only have rights to invite people that need to be um part of the host. That's if I'm having to send out any invite. But otherwise, I don't know. It's is there anybody want to send the link to
Well,
help
because
me?
I know a couple of people they had indicated interest, but I don't know their handle. And it looks like because you added me, they might not know that I'm live on your page.
Yeah. So do you want to send them my link or something?
Oh, but okay, how do I share your link? I don't really know how I'm gonna share that.
Just give them my page name. So if they find me, they'll
Where
just
do
find me
I
and
don't
like
even have the thing is I don't even have their just put in I'll put her link on it.
okay.
Just 1 minute, please, guys. We're just trying to sort out a little bit of logistics here. Just pardon us. We just want to ensure that a lot of people who would need this information would be able to plug in because we have a lot of things to share. Just give me a minute while I sort out um, um, the information. The thing is, a lot of people they're over 60. I don't have their emails. It's not the account is not on this phone. It's not on this phone. I really use this other device. So um permit me to go out and I'll join you again.
Anna. Okay, so Anna is out of the call. I think she'll be able to join us shortly. I feel like if we have a few people already, we would start so that we don't keep people waiting. Anna was supposed to be playing some songs here, but maybe I'm gonna help just so that the room doesn't get so quiet. Uh, uh, it's it is like my go-to song on Sunday. Just maybe this can help keep the room busy. So we have Anna back here. Hi, Atiso. We have celebrities here. Oh my God. So please wait. I feel like I'm having I'm having a celebrity here all the way from Spain. That's nice. Uh,
Okay, I'm back.
are you
I
better now?
apologize. Well, what I did was I shared your link with people on my end,
Okay.
so that they can join to your live because I'm supposed to be live for my audience to see both of us, but unfortunately, I think I'm not eligible to go live from my account, and so it's just your account
Okay.
that can go
From
live.
this is from your business account or your
Yes.
personal account because I know you usually
What
do
name are you
live
seeing
on
that
Instagram.
joined? The business account. What
Okay.
name joined? What name
Vadis.
joined?
Vadis, that's the one I invited.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Right. That's fine. People can watch the replay, so as in for those that get to um miss it because they didn't get the link or something.
okay,
Just so that we don't keep people waiting, we can start already. You're still the host. I just saved the day. I'm still
okay.
your
Thank
visitor
you.
here.
Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon, good evening from any part of the world where you're watching from. You're welcome to today's episode. We're talking first of all, before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Anna Adegoke. I'm the COO of Vardy's Global Consults.
I
And
love
what we
Theo. Theo. I love it.
do what we do here is that we help students anywhere in the world, Africa, North America, anywhere in the world. We help you. We help provide advisory, educational advisory services. We'll help you get funding. We'll help you get schools. We'll help you anything that concerns studying abroad. That's why we're here. And with me here, before I introduce um, my guest on today's Instagram Live. First of all, we'll talk about myself. My name is Anna. I've had about over a decade of experience in banking. I've worked in different units of the bank, ranging from retail banking, to public sector to commercial banking. So you know that I'm well grounded when it comes to providing excellent service because what I did primarily was relationship management and I've managed diverse clients. So when it comes to managing students, it's not a big problem, it's easy peasy. And I thought about, before I even thought about coming online today, I was thinking, I'm like, how can I be of help to my to students in Nigeria who might not have all the resources and capacity to fund their education outside Nigeria. And I did a lot of research. I did a lot of reading, and I came up with a solution. So I'm here to provide solutions to my fellow Nigerians. And with me on this Instagram live is Michelle Ita Ekpeyong. She's the regional director of QS. So please welcome Michelle Ita Ekpeyong. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you for having me, Anna. Thank
I'm
you
so
so much.
glad
I'm
you're here.
really honored to be on this live with you. Thank you.
Welcome. I apologize for the hitch. I know that is one of those things. It looks more like because the information is very vital. Maybe you know it shows that what I have to share is so important that we had to go through all that connection problem. But I'm glad that we made it through, and I can see that we have about 5 people on the call. Please say hi. If you're here and you're watching, please say hi. I would love you to comment in the comment section. Say hello. Let me know that you're listening to me. I really appreciate that. Say hi. If you're here, you're watching, say hello.
Even if they don't say hello, I can see them here from here. So it's
Okay.
it's cool. It's cool that we have you all here. Oh yes, Ita said hi. Faith said hello. Abba is saying hi too.
Hi,
Hi, Abba.
Alba. Hi, Raymond.
Nice to see
Hi,
you.
Faith. Hi, Ita. Hi, Kaka. You're welcome, Kaka. Please share the good news. Please share. In fact, you should share the link with people because this is a very, very hot information that a lot of people do not have access to information. That is why they are stranded and they feel they are not making progress because when you have information is like like bright light has shone over you. So this is a huge information you will need. So let's get right into it. First of all, the topic, what we said we're going to discuss is practical funding opportunities for people who want to study abroad. And I'd like Michelle to tell me what she does and what she does, what you do. Please, Michelle, introduce yourself.
Yes, so finally I get the chance to talk. First of all, thank you for hosting me on your live, Anna. Even though it feels like it's the other way around, this is yours. You are the one that invited me, so thank you for giving me the opportunity to leverage on your page to talk about what we do as an organization. QS is well known for its brand, top university rankings, and in QS we have various units. So I look after the Africa region of QS Apply. So what we basically do in QS Apply is end-to-end recruitment. So we advertise, meet students virtually, we meet students physically. The good thing is that we have an office in Nigeria, so we have a lot of people who come to our office to meet with us physically. But for people who are based in maybe locations where we don't have an office, we get to relate with you virtually from scratch up until you get your visa. In fact, I've dealt with a lot of students in my lifetime in this industry that I never got to meet. Some of them we still have very good rapport, very good relationship, but still virtual, and we haven't met physically. So that's basically how our job works. So we work both virtually and physically. So don't be perturbed if you haven't, or don't be worried that you need to see us physically before we can give you the assistance you need. So what we do, we get to meet students like you tuning in today. If you're interested in studying abroad anywhere in the world, basically QS has a lot of partner institutions across Canada, US, Australia, UK, Ireland, and every other European countries you can think of. We partner with different universities and we recruit from foundation level, bachelor's degree level, master's, and up until PhD. So for these different institutions, we have different kinds of partnership with them. So depending on what you want, we have a team of counselors all over Africa who would counsel you, help you put your documents together, let you know what documents you need to apply for any level of studies you're interested in. Then we'll help you put in the application, guide you through the entire process. If a school requires you to pay your tuition, we give you the guidance you need. And then when it gets to visa stage, we assist you with the visa application. And for everything we do from scratch to finish, our services are free, we don't charge. On the other hand, we partner with various agents across Africa, and Vadis is one of our trusted agents that we also partner with. That they also do the same kind of thing we do, help you through your application stage. And today I'm privileged to be on this live with Vadis because they've had a good track history or track record of recruitments they've done through QS, and I was called upon to come and talk about some concerns or challenges that students would usually face when they are trying to further their studies abroad. So I'm here to answer your
Oh,
questions. So feel free if you have questions while we are talking to drop them in the comment section and we'll try to attend to all of them. Thank you, Anna.
you're welcome. Thank you so much. So before I get into like the top of the icing on the cake, the real thing, before I get there,
Yeah.
let me first of all ask you some questions before we get to the reason why we're here. The reason why we're here is to talk about practical funding solutions for students. I had outlined a few questions that I would like you to ask because I believe that it will speak to what most of my audience want to hear from us.
Sure.
So, what are the most affordable countries for international students?
Uh, that's a dicey question because the most affordable country may not just be easy for you to get your visa. So besides just saying we have a lot of countries in Europe, Malta, most of those destinations are quite cheap, and we have a few schools there that we work with. But sometimes the visa processing makes it difficult either
Okay.
ways. So countries in Europe like Malta, like I mentioned, we have some schools in Finland too that are quite cheap that we work with. Um, Otherwise, besides just looking for something cheap, I think the end goal is for you to get your visa and get
Yeah.
enrolled.
Yeah.
That's the stream that we always like to encourage people to go to.
Yeah.
So maybe you ask me, if you digress the question a little, to what's the easiest option in terms of
Visa. Visa
visas,
successes.
I'll just tell you guys, UK. But
Yeah.
UK seems pretty expensive for a lot of people. But the good thing about the UK schools is they give a lot of discounts, so it actually lessens the tuition for you. Some of them gives you also a payment plan that will make it flexible for you. But otherwise, UK is not our cheapest destination. So some of those European countries are way cheaper. We also have, I think, Cyprus too. We have University of Nicosia. It's not as expensive as studying in the UK. But really, it's up to you. There are so many perks around going those routes or going through the routes that we would advise you to go through.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what you want is what we'll get to do for you.
Yes. Thank you for that question. So what she has simply said is what you want is what we'll do for you. But for me, I feel that the countries that I really give you visa real quick is the
Yeah,
UK. You want to apply to the US. The US, you have to be on queue for, you have to, like, the wait time to get an interview date is really long.
it's
So
too
you might
long.
get a school there, but before you get an interview date, it's really long. And then Canada, the processing time it's like, it could take
It's
you 6 months. It's
unpredictable.
unpredictable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So if you ask me, is it about affordability or about how fast you want to travel? Then you have to go to the UK.
yeah.
So that's like the most important thing.
Mhm.
So we also cover schools, not just even within Africa. So don't think that, oh, we're just talking about the UK, Canada, US, Ireland. No, we also cover schools in Africa. So that if you want to travel real quick, you can also look at African countries as well, so that the visa process isn't so stressful. It's really easy. So thank you for answering that question, Michelle. Um, what are the key factors to consider when choosing a study destination on a budget?
Okay. So the key factors for you to consider as an international student and you're working on a budget would be schools that can, give you some reasonable discounts of the tuition. Besides looking for schools that their tuition is quite less, like we started with the question of cheap destinations. Another thing to consider is schools that can lessen the tuition fee for you. There are schools that can give you up to a £5,000 discount that we work with. That relatively can bring it down for you. And besides that, there are schools that can give you a flexible payment plan where you spread your payments across 8 installments. That gives you, some breather to not to be under a tight corner to get your tuition fee paid complete,
Mhm.
or maybe 80% before you get your visa. So those are the kind of things you should consider when you're choosing a school on
Mm.
budgets. But besides the budgets, you should think about the benefits that comes with your post study, except if your reason for going abroad to study is just to study and then go back to your country, and then we'll know that this one just wants to study, and then we can look for those options you want. But if you have a long-term plan to probably leverage on staying back a little, build your portfolio, get a job, those are the things you should be considering while you're also looking at your budget. Another thing you can look at if you want to work on a budget is to seek for options for loans. So that's another thing. A lot of people want to go abroad to study, and they have probably 50% of the tuition, and they're looking for aids here and there. The good thing is that a lot of companies have come up in recent times that can give you a loan if you're credit worthy, because these loans are not free. They give you a loan, and before they do that, they check your background. There are lots of credibility checks they do around it before you're given the loan. So if you're looking at going to study on a budget, you can think of accessing a loan option. That's like a way out for a lot of people. And we have a track history of people who have leveraged on the loan, and it has, helped them leave their countries to go study abroad.
Okay, so now we're cutting to the main matter now. You've talked about the
We
loan.
are there
So
already.
for so we are
We're
there now.
fast.
We are there. So guys, listen, let's talk about the loan part. So
Okay.
I've worked in the bank, and when I see a good deal, like I tell you guys, you need to opt in.
Yeah.
So you don't have an excuse to achieve your dreams. So you've always dreamt of, okay, I need an international certification. I don't have the money. Guys, look, I worked in the bank. There's no way I would have afforded pay my tuition abroad with my salary. My salary couldn't give me what I needed. Like, imagine going to study in the US. I'm paying $40,000. Hey, how long am I going to save that money? So I'm like, okay, I've been in that situation. And I'm like, how do I solve people's problem around that? And then I went in search of this loan. And let me tell you the sweet part about this loan. She will tell you, let me not throw the cat out of the
Out of
bag.
the bag.
Let her
Yeah.
tell you. So Michelle, bring it on. Tell us about the loan.
Okay. So QS is in partnership with a loan body, and they've been operating for a couple of years outside Africa. But they came into Africa last year, and they are seriously looking to recruit students from Africa. In fact, for 2025, they have a window to recruit about 1,000 students to go abroad to study. So for this organization, they have various schools, institutions in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, a few European schools as well that they partner with. And you are only eligible, first of all, that's just one of the criteria to apply to the schools they partner with, to access the loan. So we got into partnership with them recently, and we are actively recruiting students who have always been looking for such opportunities to further their studies. So how does this whole loan thing works? First of all, you need to secure an offer. You need to have an offer. That's where we start from. What documents you need, what course to study, what destination you're looking at. You need to secure an offer. And just to throw it out there, it's advisable if you're looking at the loan option to go for STEM programs, because those are the key
For the
courses
approval.
they are looking at. Because for them, if a student goes through a STEM program, your chances of getting a job after graduation are higher than someone who studied other courses. So that's one of the things you should consider if you're looking at a loan.
Mhm.
um then that's one. Then two, they would want to look at your credit background, your credit record, no matter the country you're coming from. So whether you've ever borrowed money or you've never
Even in
borrowed money,
Nigeria, we're going to do
even
the
in
background check
Nigeria,
on you. We're going to check you out.
especially in Nigeria, they are going to do a background check on you.
Yes. Through
So if
the
if
credit
if
bureau, we're
if
going to check you
probably
out
you've used your phone to take some
from those
loans, and
apps.
just ensure to check your credit
Mhm.
status. We have links that we can share with you to use to check that, because a lot of people are not aware that you can just go online, use those links, put in your BVN, and then you get to see what your credit score in Nigeria looks like. So these things don't only happen abroad, they're happening in Nigeria. But because of how the system is for now, and a lot of people may not be aware that I can just check your credit score based on, putting in just your BVN. I get to see whether you're credit worthy or not. So that's one of the main things they would also check to be sure that you're credit worthy. Another thing they look at, besides the course you're going for or your credit status, is if you have a job and you have probably some savings, or you have some assets to show. The reason why they will be looking at all of these things is just to have
Extra
um
comfort.
just just to have some comfort that we are not bringing in somebody who after studying may not be able to pay
Yeah,
the
because the
loan. So
loan is not even collateralized, right?
yes, it's not, it comes without a collateral. So they need to do those strong checks in your background to know whether you're eligible for the loan. So if you have some savings, if you have some assets, if you have an uncle or auntie or your parents, they have assets and they want to present themselves as your sponsors, although they are not going to be giving you money, but presenting themselves
The
is more like
application.
saying if anything happens and our brother or our son is not able to pay back on time, we'll start making the payment until they are able to secure a job. But the good thing about this loan is they are not expecting you to start paying back immediately you start
Yeah.
studying. So they are going to pay the institution your complete tuition fee. And then when you graduate, you have 6 months
Yeah.
to start paying back. So the belief is that from the time you graduate to the 6 months, you should have been able to secure something. Maybe not your dream job, but something enough to sustain you and something to help you start paying back the loan. 6 months is a long stretch. I mean, as an international student, when you get abroad, first of all, you're entitled to work for some couple of hours. So you already know how the work system looks like whilst you're studying. So I'm sure as an international student, I've never seen an international student who goes abroad, even the ones who are sponsored by their parents, they tend to get, some side jobs while they
Yeah.
are studying. So you're already used to the system. So it will be easier for you by the time you're graduating to go into full-time employment that can, give you sustainable income that would help you pay back the loan. And the interest rates, I wouldn't really say it here, but the interest rate is minimal. It's not such that it's going to break your neck at the end of the day. It may be around, let's say,
Okay.
$200 or two
So
hundred
yes,
pounds. Okay.
let's break it
Yeah.
down. For
Mhm,
example, I like
mhm.
that part. First question I'm going to ask you, what is the repayment plan?
Okay. So the repayment plan, like I said, you have 6 months after
Mhm.
graduation to start paying back. And hopefully there are very strong chances that you would have secured a job within 3 months of graduation
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
6 months. So you start paying back from the 6 months. And while you're applying for the loan, you have the option to apply for um um a payback duration of 5 months, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years. So you can spread it
Wow. So I
across
can
that
what
much.
if I want to pay like over a period of 20 years, you're saying I can do that, right?
It's all up to you. And if you want to pay back in 1 year, because some people secure good jobs and they feel like, oh, this money is just something I can just pay at once. If I get my 2 to 3 months salary, I can just pay it off. So if you want to pay it off in a year, even if you opted for the 20 years and you probably get a good job and you want to pay it off immediately, it's still up to you. But you have the freedom to pay for an extension of 20 years if you want to.
Okay. Okay, so let's give them an example so they can understand. So let's use like a tuition fee of like let's say 20,000 pounds.
Okay.
What would the repayment be like monthly?
Okay. The banker maybe would help us with this mathematics first of
I knew
all.
you were going to come for me.
I have to come back to you. Okay, so
Okay, but then we
the
don't have an interest rate while working it, but you can give us
okay, let's
an
say for
idea.
example, you're working with an interest rate of 10 or 11%, and then you opted in for a 15 years duration to make the payment, and your tuition is 20,000.
Mhm.
Mathematician, break it down. Let's
I know,
let's let
I
let me
know,
be sure that you're with me on this one.
I know that that payment monthly wouldn't be more than 200 pounds. I know that
It's
it's less than 200 pounds. I know that. So
really
it's going to be about 150, just thereabouts, maybe
okay.
150
That's
pounds.
that's if you're spreading it across 15 years,
15
right?
years. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or even if you're spreading it across 10 years, I don't think monthly your payment should be more than $300, pounds, or euros, wherever you're studying from. So
Yeah.
that's just to show you that the payment plan is usually flexible. But some
Mhm.
people may be in a hurry to pay it off and they'll say, oh, I just want it for 5 years. So you will still know what it will entail if you're looking at paying it up within 5 years.
Yeah.
You may just be paying something higher if your duration is lesser. That's just what it means.
Okay. Good. I can see some questions in the chat box. Okay. Thank you for the satisfaction. I have some questions. So she said, do I get approved based on what I earn? I earn 150,000 naira monthly. Will my loan amount approval be less than someone that earns 1 million naira a month?
No, not at all. First of all, is the reason why they are checking whether you have a job, you have some savings, you're earning money, is to show that you understand the system of working and earning a living. And then if you're earning 150,000, you still have some savings, you're taking care of bills, you're taking care of yourself. At the end of the day, you still have some savings. So it feels that, okay, you know the system, you're credible enough, you're working, you're saving, and you're paying your bills. So it gives me like some level of assurance that you can pay. So no matter how minimal what your earning is and the other person's money is higher, it just depends. But what I would advise anybody is, if you are looking to secure a loan, I'll just advise people to go for schools that the tuition fee isn't too high, because first of all, they are going to be covering the entire tuition for you. Consider that. And then secondly, they're not giving you this money for free. You're going to be paying back. So the lesser the tuition, the better for you.
Yeah.
So opt for schools that have average tuition fee range within, for UK maybe within 15,000, for Canada around 18,000, because I mean destinations and tuition fee varies. But I would advise, if I'm counseling anyone, to tell them to go for schools that are on the average. But on the other hand, this company has a lot of highly ranked schools in the UK. Schools like um, Liverpool, Newcastle University, King's College, Queen Mary. Those are the schools that are currently actively giving approvals to students if you're looking at going to the UK. They have a couple of schools in the US because they started their partnership with the US, and they've secured their grounds around getting their funds back from students who go to the US. But for the UK market, it's a bit new for them. So they are very careful with making decisions as far as approvals are concerned. So they check the schools, but maybe in the next couple of months, we'll be free to just go to any schools you see on their website. But for now, if you're applying, we would advise you through the streams of schools you should look at, so that your chances of getting the approval will be higher.
Oh, great. Well, question came to my mind. I have a few questions here. I'm going to read them, but let me ask on behalf of everyone. So you're saying that they can pay any amount of tuition. Say if I have to pay tuition of 50,000 US dollars, can they fund it? Is that
Yes,
what you're saying?
yes, they can. Yes,
Okay. And of
yes,
course,
they can.
so they're going to pay the tuition fee directly to the school.
Mm-hmm. Not to
Are they
you.
going to cover anything else for students like living expenses?
No, 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 just the loan. So how it works is, you get the offer, you apply for the loan, and you need to have an unconditional offer. Unconditional offer means the school is not asking for anything extra. That letter can either give you your visa letter, if it's UK CAS, if it's US I-20, if it's Canada letter of acceptance.
Mhm.
So you need to have an unconditional offer. Then we can start applying for the loan. Then when you apply for the loan, based on the application you submit, all the screenings of checking your credit score and every other thing that has to do with your background to make you eligible. Then when the loan is approved, you'll be required to pay an application fee of $500. That $500 is actually part of the loan that you are paying. So I know a lot of you may have felt that this whole thing is going to be for free. Trust me, anything that is free, watch it.
Don't
Anything
go.
that
Not
nobody's
working.
asking to pay anything for,
It's
just
not gonna
watch it at
work.
the end of the day. Yes. So the fee is just $500. That's the application fee, but that comes after you've been given the approval, so that it's not like you paid $500 and then they later disapprove your application. And if you pay that $500, you probably get a visa refusal, or something comes up and you change your mind that you're not going to be studying again. That $500 is refundable. But if you then get your visa, make it to get to school, that's part of the loan. That's part of your loan payment. Let me use that word, that you have paid, inception, before you get to study. So another thing I like people to know about the loan: yes, they are going to cover your tuition fully, but you'll be required to, how will I
Have
put
your
it?
proof of
You
fund for leaving
not
it.
just no not just the proof of funds. Not the loan has nothing to do with your proof of funds. You will sort your proof of funds out yourself. I'm talking about the percentage. So they remove a 4% of
Mm.
whatever they are giving you. So
Admin
if,
charge.
if your tuition is 15,000,
Mm.
is the loan is going to be less of 4%. 4% of 15,000. Anna, what is that? Some of us did not study maths in school, so just allow us be asking these questions. That's where I'm going, so that I will not lie to anybody. So 4% of 15,000. Now I'm very serious. Well, mathematician, what's 4% of
Let me do the math
15,000?
now. But I know that it's less than, it should
I
be
think
probably
it's
like
like
700,
$600
or 700 or so. Yeah.
or pounds, whatever
Yeah. 6 or
denomination your
700.
tuition fee is. And so, just so that you don't get surprised if you see that happening, it's going to be less. For whatever they are giving the school is 4% less. No, no, I
600.
don't think there's any school that would require you to pay your full tuition.
Mm-hmm.
So most schools will just require you to pay a deposit. So all that the company would do, they will issue you with a letter that you attach to your visa application. So however your tuition is going to be paid is between the loan company and the institution. But with that letter, it solidifies your application. So you have nothing to worry
Worry
about. The only
about.
thing you need to worry about is your living expense, as
Yeah.
Anna already mentioned. So I think Anna was about saying something. Let me give her the chance to talk.
No, basically, I did the maths for you, it was 600.
See, see, I'm smart. I said it. I said 600 or oh, my husband must be proud
Of
of me
you.
wherever he is, because I feel like I don't know maths, but I
Oh,
just did that calculation in my head.
okay, okay. So we have a question here. If you have questions, please post it so we can address
Yeah,
it.
I
So
think I
a
saw a
question here
question
says,
there.
how many hours can
Yeah.
international students legally work while studying? It
Okay,
differs.
so this
Mm-hmm.
question varies. So if you're going to study in the UK, you're entitled to 20 hours work per week. A lot of European countries, 20 hours. There are some European countries, I think some institutions we work with in Germany, they will even tell you you can work full time. But what are you looking for a full time job for
Yeah,
when
students.
you are going to
So
study?
study.
Eh?
Is that what you
Because
went
at the
there
end
for?
of the day, if you're not going to school and you decide to get a job, guess what? It's going to affect your migrant status while you're studying.
Yeah.
If you go to school and decide, oh, because they say I can work full time while I'm studying, trust me, studying abroad is not a joke. For a lot of people who came abroad through studies, and some people who even came through work and then they decided to study, studying abroad is not being so. Merging work and study, that I think it's very reasonable when some destinations tell you 20 hours per week, meaning in a week, in a day you should be doing like 3 to 4 hours, because you need most of the hours for your study. I think for Canada now, they've moved it from
24.
20 to
24.
24 hours per week. Yeah. So for the US, it's also 20 hours, but for US, you're only allowed to work on campus when you're a student, not outside the campus. But for other destinations, you can get job from anywhere. But trust me, the system knows how to track to see if you're working more than the 20 hours, and it would later affect you one way or the other, especially if you have plans to stay back a little before you go back to your country.
Okay, so thank you for that. Another question: do you provide support for visa application?
Yes, we do 100%. I said from the beginning that our services are end to end from scratch to finish. So we
Finish.
have to ensure that you get the visa, because if you don't get the visa, what have I been doing from the beginning?
Exactly. That's why
So we
we're
don't
here
Yeah, so
for you.
we don't let you do things on your own. But I have some stubborn students who say, "Oh, I know how to go around this thing. Please let me do it myself." I will allow you do it yourself, but you must give me access to your application so that I'm sure you're doing the right thing, you're dotting your I's, you're crossing your T's, because we don't want to hear stories that touch the heart. We want you to get the visa. That's what I'm trying to say in a nutshell. So we would give you visa support. I see another question here, Anna. Let me go ahead of you. How much should students budget for visa application and other expenses? So this actually depends on the destination you're looking at, honestly. And if I start talking from US to Canada to UK to Europe to Ireland, I'm going to maybe take the whole of the time for this session to explain that. So if I know the particular destination you're looking at, it will just be easy for me to say, okay, this is what you
Mm,
need. So, for example, for the UK, living expense for schools in London is different from living expense for schools outside of London. And then, so it just varies. I'll be able to advise you if I know what destination you're looking at. On the average,
mm,
in the UK, your living expense should be from 12,000. If you're looking at Canada, it used to be 10,000, but with the new policies, you need to have about 20,000 for your living expense for
mm,
1 year of your program. For US, it depends on the location you're going to study, but usually we advise from $12,000 and above. This is besides your tuition fee. And then visa application too varies. For Canada, I think study permit is about $150, but you need to do your biometrics, you need to do some other things. For the UK, visa application is about 450 pounds, and then you need to pay insurance that's about 1,300. So it just varies. It depends on the destination you're looking at, then it will be easier
mm.
for me to answer your question.
Okay, thank you. There's a question here I feel we should answer. Said, what's the credit score range approval in the Nigerian contest?
Well, because I don't really work in the bank, I can't explain that. But we have a link. From the link, it will take you to the website, the CBN website, where you're going to see what the ranges is, what will make you have a good credit score or a bad credit score. But I think from what when I was checking mine, you need to, I think the range is 850 points. I think, Anna, I don't know if you have an idea, but if you have from six something, then you're fair. When you get to seven, it's good, and when you get to
800 and
800,
something.
it's
It's really good.
excellent.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's the thing is, it's quite easy for you to navigate. All you need to do is click the link, which
I can share the
Gladys can
link
share.
so that if you're interested, I could share the link so that you can check
Yeah,
your
you
credit
could
score.
check
So it's
it
not a
yourself.
problem.
It's easy.
It's
It's not something you need anybody to
yeah.
help you do, because I mean, I don't want you to give me your BVN. So it's something you can check yourself. So you will see the grading system in the portal as you put in your BVN. So when it does the filtering and then you see your score, you will check the grading system to see whether you fall under fair, good, bad, or ugly.
Mm. Okay, so I've answered the question for Shukshima. So I'll share the link so you can check your credit score. Another question here: can I get loan for or with a third class with a
Okay.
third class degree?
Okay, so you know that this third class that happens to some of us, it's not because we are not brilliant too. Trust me, it's mostly third class students that are, breaking even out there. So, but the thing is, a lot of schools will not accept you. Maybe if you're coming for a master's degree, they won't accept you for a direct master's degree with a third class. But we have we have lots of schools we partner with, especially in the UK, that would accept you with your third class, but they would consider that you have work experience in a related field that you're looking at. Some would want you to have about 2 years, some would want you to have up to 5 years. So, depending on the school. So, we have a few schools that will accept you first on a direct master's, then with the master's degree, then you can now apply for the loan. So for the loan, it doesn't matter whether you have a third class, as long as the school gives you an offer and the course is eligible under the list of courses, the STEM programs that they are really looking out for, then it doesn't matter as long as you get the unconditional offer from the school. Yes, you can access the loan.
Sorry, I'm gonna be posting a link. For everyone who is here on the call, I'll need you to fill your information so that we can reach out to you if you're interested, and then we can take it up. So a link is gonna come up on the comment section right now. Please feel free to fill it, and then I'll get your information. Michelle, maybe you can help me pin it or something so it doesn't disappear in the comment section.
Oh, yeah, asking. Okay, I did. I pinned it.
Thank
I'm
you.
so
Oh,
smart. I am super smart. Eh?
all
I'm
right.
doing
So,
this
guys,
for the
please
first
fill the
time.
forms. I need you to fill the forms. The forms are coming
Yeah,
in.
it's pain.
Yeah. So we have another question. Can I apply for an MBA program, even though I have already gotten an MSc program in Nigeria? I
Yes,
don't.
absolutely. You can. Any destination at all, you can apply. Doesn't matter. Even if you've done an MSc in that same country, you can still apply for an MBA.
Okay. And then I have some questions that I think I've missed. Um, just hold on. I just want to ensure I didn't miss anyone's question. Somebody asked if you can get a loan for a diploma program in the college.
Well, unfortunately, no, because these loan bodies have schools they partner with, and most of them only give loans out for students that are going for master's degree program. No undergraduate, no diploma programs, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you. Um, um, sorry, I'm just trying to ensure that I didn't miss anybody's question. Hey guys, please ask lots of questions, or if
Okay,
use this opportunity.
King's We is asking a question. I don't know what question he asked, but he's saying, but do I need to state it that I've gotten it? Okay, I think this is the same person that asked the question about MBA. Oh yes, absolutely. It's better if you have your transcripts and your certificate, we can use that to apply. But if you don't have the transcript and the certificate, it's okay for you to apply with your bachelor's degree. That's if you don't want to provide the MSc degree. So if
Any
you're stating it, then you need to show it. It's only if you don't state it, then you don't need to show the documents.
okay. I want to also ask some questions. How can students improve their chances of winning a scholarship?
Uh, Scholarships. I think this is it's a different ball game. I mentioned that some schools give discounts, but a lot of people like to call those discounts scholarships. Some discounts are automatic, so whether you have a 2-2, 2-1, you get to access the discount because you are an international student. While some schools would be looking at how high your CGPA is. So if you graduated with a 2-1 or first class, they have some ranges of scholarships that you can access. So it's actually depends on it will depend on the degree of how I put it. It depends on how good your result is for some kind of scholarship. Like, for example, we currently have Manchester Metropolitan University is giving out a fully funded scholarship, but that scholarship is only for people who have a first class. So, accessing scholarship most times has to do with how good your degree is.
Yeah.
But besides that, we have schools that will give you a scholarship if they say it's for international students. So whether you have a high degree or a lower degree, you still get to access the scholarship. And it's our job as your agents or as your counselors to tell you where those options are. It's possible for you to go online and find those information yourself, but it's easier because we have those information in our fingertips and we can just let you know where to go or where not to go. So it saves you the time. So why don't you patronize Vadis to help you process your application, and then they'll let you know what it takes to be eligible to get some of those scholarships or discounts we are talking about.
Okay, thank you. Someone just asked, said, do all schools in UK grant loans for master's students, and how can one apply for it?
Okay, schools in the UK don't grant
Grant
loans.
loan. Exactly.
So she said she just joined, so I can understand that she didn't get the message. So there are loan companies across the globe, different companies, but QS has some key ones that we partner with that we can help you access the loans. But you need to get an offer from a university. You need to get admission letter that says
Mhm.
you've been admitted to an XYZ school, and that school has to be under the list of schools that loan organization partners with. Otherwise, if you just bring any offer from anywhere and then the school is not under their list of schools, you wouldn't be eligible to even apply for the loan, not to talk of getting approved. So that's where we are coming from.
Okay. Someone asked, um, can I study in Malta? Is it cheap? Yes, she answered that earlier. Malta is
Yes,
affordable.
it is. It's affordable.
So, and someone else asked here, do they offer PhD programs? Of course. Is it? I don't
Yes.
know what contest, but most schools have PhD programs, or
No,
do you need
I
funding
think
loan?
maybe the question is if the loan can cover students going for PhD. So for the ones we partner with, only master's degree is what they sponsor. The PhD is 3 years, so you're asking them to pay that money.
You'll be paid almost 100 grand.
So
Do you
it's
want to
just
pay
easier
that?
for them to sponsor you for a master's degree program because it's either 1 year or for some destinations 2 years.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure that most of these companies will prefer to go with institutions that have master's degree programs for 1 year so that they know that they are just paying a one-off fee for you and you graduate on time, get a job on time so that you start paying their money back.
Okay, another question say, can I repay my loan as a lump sum if I have the money?
Yes,
Absolutely.
we said that already. So if you have the money within 2 years and you want to pay it off,
By all
good
means.
for you. By
By
all
all means,
means.
pay it
Yeah.
because the longer you keep the money, the more interest you pay. So,
Yeah.
but then it's a good deal. Like
It's a good
these are
deal for you.
opportunities for you to achieve your dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your parents might not be able to afford it, but here you have an opportunity.
Yeah.
Taking loan is not bad. Taking loan is not bad as long as you know what you're doing with it.
Yes.
You're not using the loan to go and buy clothes that does not have value. It's education,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
when you're educated, you have many opportunities. Knowledge is power, right? So I don't know if we have any more questions. I can't see any.
I see one here. So is it possible to get the credited schools so we can use that as a guide for application? I think that could help. Oh yes, Vadis can help you with the list of those schools. So you can just contact them after this session or you can just drop a message. I think that's why we pinned
the Google
this
form.
link here. You can just click the form, put in your details, and then someone will attend to you immediately. And then you can ask away, ask all the questions, and be sure that they'll guide you through. They'll share the list with you, and you can go and do your research yourself as well. But why not give them the chance to assist you? They're not going to charge you for assisting you. Am I correct, Vadis? Is that true? You guys, your
Absolutely.
services are free.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's
absolutely.
it. That's it.
Absolutely. So please, I need more questions. This is the chance, this is your opportunity. And I know there's a question that some people have not asked here. It's concerning HND. Michelle, talk about that HND thing. There's some bias.
I just hid myself a little. Okay, HND. So to be honest, um, it's a challenge for a lot of destinations, Canada, US. If you have an HND and you don't have a PGD, it will be very difficult for you to get some certain kind of schools. But the good thing is there are a few schools that give exception to the higher national diploma. So if you have an HND, there are some schools we can help you access to get an offer for maybe a direct MBA or a direct master's. But most of them usually want to see that you have work experience, especially in a related field that you're interested in going for that master's degree program. But otherwise, if you have an HND and you're looking at studying in the next 1 to 2 years, try to just top it up by getting a PGD. It just makes it easy for you to access any school so that you won't be limited to options. But if you don't
Yeah.
have a PGD, you will now have limited options because we will now just rely on those key schools. For UK, we have some schools that will ask for up to 5 years, 3 to 5 years work experience. Then you can get a direct master's. So those are the advantages you would have working with us because you just know where to check, what to check without wasting your time, going online and looking for too many things. We have the information here for you. So if you have an HND, yes, we can get you some schools that would give you a master's that you will use to
Yeah.
access the loan.
Yes.
Think let me still answer the question to go back to the loan at the end of the day. So because I know most of us here really want to hear about our chances to accessing the loan with the HND. So I hope I answered that question.
So we if you know you're very serious, you're a serious student, you're ready to travel, please fill the form, we'll reach out to you or send us a DM and we would attend to you. Our customer service representative is there on the call. We're available 24 hours, but please just know you come ready and please be very serious minded. And we're here to support you all the way. We're here to support you all the way. We would appreciate you can tell your friends and family about us that okay, mommy and daddy are farmers. They can't send you abroad. Oh, tell them you know somebody somewhere that knows some loan company who can fund your tuition anywhere in the world from zero USD to 220,000 US dollars. Where have you seen that? So what's the excuse? You don't have money, but right now we brought to you an opportunity to study abroad at a cost which is payable. I'm summarizing all that we've talked about right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Payable after you finish your study, payable 6 months after graduation. So you have 6 months period to look for a job. After 6 months, you start paying. And your repayment plan can range from 0 to 20 years. What else do
Yeah,
you know?
a underscore GL boss said she's interested. So just fill the form that is pinned to this stream. Just fill the form. Somebody will attend to you as soon as they receive your details. And then you can ask any questions. That's if you didn't join from the beginning. But otherwise, guys, feel free to contact Vadis Global Consults. They are home away from home. They are your experts, trusted experts that you can rely on. Let them, take the workload off from you. All you need to do is just give them your documents, tell them what you want, and relax. They will do everything for you from scratch up until you get your visa. And all of this is going to be for free. King's Eye also asked a question that does the loan only cover for education? Yes, the
Yeah.
loan is only for those going to study. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we have any more questions. I really, really
Mm.
appreciate the turnout. I guess we'll be doing more of this from time to time. If you feel there are anything you want us to address, you could please drop it in the comment section or send us a message. We'll come back and do an Instagram live and talk about it. Any
Okay.
concerns or anything you feel, oh yes, this is something I want you guys to talk about. Please feel free, reach out to us. We're available for you 24 hours a day. 7 days a week.
24
Let me
hours.
give them more.
That's amazing. So you don't have
We
closing time in
don't
Vadis.
have closing time. We
Oh,
are at your
wow.
service. At your
Wow.
service. Please bring it
That's good
on.
to know.
Yes.
So, Anna, if I reach out to you at midnight, don't come and tell me you're sleeping. Oh, you said it's 24
When I
hours, so it has
work
to be
in the,
24
I had
hours.
clients reaching out to me at night, so it's a service industry. So I'm available for you.
Great,
Please feel free.
great. The form is pinned. I have pinned it to the screen, so you can see it on your screen. Anna, can you see the
Yeah,
form
yeah,
there?
it's on the screen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just if you just look at the screen, you'll see the pinned button showing. Just click on that form. Okay.
Do you
Do
have any?
we have any more questions?
Do we have any more questions? Anything else? I think we're done technically. So admissions are open for September, right, Michelle?
Yeah.
So
Admissions are open for September. We still have some schools that, if you want to be out of your country before September, we have some schools that have May, June intake. And yes, we are in March, but as long as you have your complete documents, you can help you access those schools. But I think just to drop it here, if you're looking at schools within May, June intake, it should be schools in the UK because the UK has like a streamlined process. Get your offer, pay your fees, apply for visa, get your visa in 3 weeks. Unlike other destinations where you need some ample time to expect your visa, to get appointment. For the UK is a bit more streamlined, so it's different. So they have a couple of schools that have May, June intakes. And because we are still in March, we'll still be open to receive your documents and send in applications for you. That is if you want to leave your country before September. But otherwise, the next bigger intake we have, where you have various options of universities, any course you want, September intake is your best bet. And this September intake applies to every other destination: Canada, US, UK, Australia, everywhere. They all have fall intakes that you can leverage on. So feel free to reach out to Buddies Global Consults. And I think my assignment for here today has come to an end.
thank
If
you,
there's no more questions.
thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
having me, Anna.
We are
Thank you
most
so much.
grateful.
Yeah.
Pleasure is ours. You came. We brought you here at a very
We
short
came,
notice. We
we
appreciate you.
saw, and we conquered, and we are going home.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely evening, and I wish you an amazing week. Thank you.
Amazing week to everyone. Okay,
Thank
now
you.
I'm trying to see how to turn this thing off. Anna, where do I click? This is embarrassing, but hey, I'm not
Like,
ashamed of
like
myself. I am
I don't know.
analog.
Like, I think, okay, you have to end it because you invited me, so I can't end it for you.
How,
You have
that's
to
why I'm
find it.
asking you now. Why do you think I'm asking you how to end it?
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaka, for sticking by from the beginning to the end. I love you. I don't know who this is, but I love you already. Bye. Oh,
Bye.
wait. How did I stop this?